Welcome to week 8, and this week we're going into supplements, the multi-billion-dollar industry. What's good, what's bad, what's worthwhile, and what's a waste of money. Let's get into it and see what we can make of it all. So the way I look at supplements is I put them into 3 categories: performance supplements, general health supplements, and correctional supplements. So performance supplements, these are the ones that are mainstream. These are the ones that you'll be familiar with. These are the ones that you'll see everywhere. These are the ones that have all the bright, flashy labels claiming to have muscle bulging, monster pumps, and incredible gains, whey, and rapid fat burner, fat loss results. These are the ones that are marketable. These are the ones that you'll see the most use of. And are these relevant? Are they needed? Well, unless you're an elite athlete, unless you're looking for ultimate results and you're somewhere near your ceiling of physical potential, these probably aren't worth their money. And some of them, like fat burners, BCAAs, beta-alanine, you don't really need any of those for general weight loss. If you're looking to compete at a competition, or you're looking to really push the boundaries and go somewhere you've never been before, then we would start looking at bringing something like this into your protocol. But going out and spending $90 on a pre-workout, in my opinion, that's definitely not worthwhile. If you feel the need for a pre-workout, you probably have a dysfunction somewhere in your biology or your nutrition, and rest and recovery are inadequate. So you need to address the fundamentals and then look to bring these in. But yeah, a lot of these aren't worth the money, and they're certainly not needed for general weight loss. Absolutely not needed for general weight loss. General health protocols, things like fish oil, magnesium, zinc, multivitamin, Vit D, probiotics. These are all supplements to support general health. What we're working towards, what our goal and what our aim is always to get to optimal health. These are a good investment. They won't give you an initial return. You won't notice them. If you start taking fish oil today, you're not going to feel different tomorrow. Whereas these pre-workouts, beta-alanine, fat burners, these will make you feel different instantly. And this is why they sell more. Fish oil is more of a long-term investment. If you take good general health supplements for a prolonged period of time, your quality of life will improve and your quality of health will improve, and you will live a happier, longer, more fulfilling life. We have to make sure that we get good quality products. We do give you recommendations on the products to buy later this week, and these supplements are what we need to get to optimal health. Can we achieve optimal health without these supplements? It's debatable. 100 years ago, a lot more people were at optimal health, and the environment was in a better condition than it is today. The foods and the environment that we live in, the foods that we consume, are lesser quality nowadays because we're having to produce them in mass. We have to use chemicals. We have to make sure that they're getting pumped out in volume. So the quality is slightly less, which does increase the need for these health supplements to get us to that quality of health. These will, if you take these consistently at the right dosages, at the right products and the right brands, you will reduce your illness, your rate of illness, and your possibility of long-term disease. Like, these will improve your health overall over a long period of time. Correctional supplements, things like rhodiola rosea, D-aspartic acid, test boosters, melatonin, glutamine, L-carnitine, estrogen blockers. Again, these are great if you have a diagnosed issue, a diagnosed dysfunction. But where we go wrong in society, and what this multi-billion-dollar industry leads us to believe, is that we need these things. These things are going to help us achieve our goal. People always want the quick fix, the quick solution, that fast result. They want to have their result tomorrow. And if they have surplus money in their bank, if they can go and spend 90 quid on a test booster that's going to make them get to their result quicker, then they're inclined to do that. And that's what this supplement industry preys on. Selling people a result, selling them the magic pill, put a flashy label on it, people go and buy it. If you have, or if you suspect that you have an estrogen issue or low testosterone, why go and spend 90 quid on a test booster that may or may not work, or an estrogen blocker that may or not work, when you can go out, get a blood panel done from the GP for less than $100, around about the same price, and know 100% for a fact where your hormonal panel lies. That makes a lot more sense than just taking potluck, chucking $90 at the supplement man, and praying to God that that estrogen blocker is going to get you the result that you need. If you feel the need for any of these, Go and find out and make an absolute dead certain 100% fact that you do need this, and then you can put the proper protocol in place to help you overcome your dysfunction. Those products, ATP Labs, are very good products, but people will go out and buy them $110 a bottle for a month, and they don't even know that they have that dysfunction. They just pray and hope. It gives them a placebo effect as well sometimes, making them think that they feel better. But really, like these, you need to know. Don't go out and buy something thinking it's going to make you feel better, perform better, and respond better to your training stimulus if you don't know. Well, people will go out and buy these things. D-aspartic acid, test booster. People will go out and buy a test booster, but they don't even know if they've got low testosterone. And D-aspartic acid has only been proven to work in people that have low testosterone levels. If you have normal or adequate testosterone levels, D-aspartic acid, which is the main ingredient in test boosters, won't even have an effect on you. So you're absolutely well and truly wasting your money there. You need to go out and find for sure if you have a dysfunction. If you have a dysfunction, find out before you go wasting money on supplements, and you're taking a pot shot hoping that you're going to get the best out of it. Now, there is some overlap between all of these. General health supplements will obviously improve your performance, and they will decrease the chances of you having a dysfunction. The better quality you are of health, the better you're going to perform, the better you're going to respond, and the less chance there is of you having a dysfunction. And the same here. Whey is a performance supplement, or I put it in the performance category, but again, it can be used for general health, and it can be used as a correctional. If your diet's off, you're not hitting your dietary targets, it's going to help improve that. Creatine, glutamine, again, they can help. Fat burners, these aren't going to do much at all. Just cross those right out. Fat burners, people think that taking a fat burner is going to help them burn more fat, some magical process that might have been created by the seller. But what fat burners do is they just increase your resting metabolic rate slightly, or they increase your non-exercise effect on thermogenesis. They don't actually make fat disappear. Like, the only way that we can get fat to be reduced is by eating in a calorie deficit. We all know that from earlier weeks in this training program. Fat burners will just increase your resting metabolic rate slightly. So what you're better off doing is just taking 50 calories out of your diet, or doing an extra 250 steps per day. It'll have the same effect, and you can just save yourself $90. It doesn't make any sense, but telling somebody to go into a calorie deficit is not quite as sexy and as marketable as a fat burner. So when you see someone buying a fat burner or these OxyTrade products, you just want to be like, yeah, all right, mate, good luck with magically disintegrating that fat that you've got on your body. You want to make sure you're getting your diet and your training in check first. Make sure that you're in optimal health, and then you're in a deficit, and then fat reduction will happen. You don't need a fat burner to make that happen. The only time I would bring a fat burner into play is when someone's had a really hard prep and things haven't gone quite according to plan. They're in the last sort of 4 weeks, things are getting hard, we don't have a lot of room to move with their output, and we don't have a lot of room to move with their calorie reduction. So we could then bring a fat burner in just to help them get through the last few weeks. And the same with the pre-workout as well. We could probably look at bringing that in the last 4 weeks, but that would be the only time that I would ever use that. For general health and weight loss, all of that is a waste of money. Get yourself to a good standard of health, sleep well, rest well, train well, get your diet right, create a small deficit, and fat loss will happen. If it doesn't happen, it might be because you've got a dysfunction, and then we'd have to pinpoint what that dysfunction was before we brought in any correctional supplements. We would never take a stab in the dark thinking it's because of this or it's because of that. We want to know. We want to have a pinpointed sniper approach to the issue rather than a shotgun approach, just praying to God that we hit the target. So 3 categories. This is the best investment for your money here. Invest in here first. If weight loss or results are slow, then we would look at here, but we want pinpoint approach here. And then once you're at optimal health, you've reached your ceiling of potential, you've worked very hard, you've achieved a fantastic amount, and results now become a little bit harder for you to achieve, then we could look at a performance protocol to help support us in achieving results that we've never experienced before and really reaching our physical potential. Last, second last, and first most important. So I hope that clears it up, and I hope that puts this multi-billion-dollar industry straight and gives you a bit of clarity on what's good and what's bad. And I look forward to seeing you later in the week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the material this week.